I work for me, so I can say whatever the fuck I want to.
What's up, guys, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the Fouled Out Podcast, man. I tell you what, we have got a super exciting show tonight. We have got the 2021 Dirt Late Model Driver of the Year. We've also got Dave Mitchell from Fayetteville Motor Speedway and Kip Thompson. I'm joined here with Bill Jr. and Chad. Boys, how y'all doing?
Good. What's up, boys? It's going to be a good one.
What's up, Dave? What's up, KIPP?
What's up, guys? How y'all doing tonight? Going on, doing good.
Hanging out, drinking some cold ones.
Hell yeah! I see you got a special guest with you too.
We're trying to make racing great again here inside the Fayetteville Motor Speedway. We kick off North Carolina Speed Week. We got the man Donald Trump with the VP Racing flag, and we're all excited. Wednesday night it starts off. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, right here inside the Carolina Bull Ring. This will be the greatest place to watch the race. This coming 4 days here at Fayetteville Motor Speedway.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
So y'all got a lot of stuff going on this week. It's going to be a busy week for Dave. Dave probably won't get much sleep. Dave, you want to tell us a little bit about what you got going on and what's going to take place this week, just for the people out there that's going to be racing and the people that's going to be fans to sort of know what kind of schedule we're going to have, what kind of layout's going to be?
Tuesday night we're going to have a practice. I believe it's 6 o'clock. Shay's posted on Facebook. Everybody watch the Facebook page real close. We'll be updating and keeping everybody up to date with the weather and the forecast. Anytime you've been on these 4 or 5 days, but again, you got to let everybody know what's going on, the lineup, an hour later, things like that goes on during the speed week. You just got to roll with the punches. Everybody's coming in from out of town. We got from Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Ohio. A couple guys coming out of Kentucky, some guys coming out of Tennessee, South Carolina. We got a big large guys traveling. So pay attention to Facebook. See what we're going to be doing every day. Wednesday we'll start out. We'll have the legends, the INX legends coming in. 602 late models and 602 modified. Those guys will roll out the first 2 days. And then coming into the Friday program, we'll start on the future stuff a little bit. We'll have the same thing, INX legends. We'll have the 602 modified, 602 late models, and then we'll have the limited late models come in Friday night for their qualifying heat races. Get ready for King of the Cushion.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of the King of the Cushion, Dave, one of our shows that we had you on, you sort of had a discussion with Christian, which led into everybody on the page basically throwing money out there to add if him and Willie would go to the back and start at the rear.
Yeah, where are they at right now? Where their numbers count at?
So I'm just going to go through right now and give each person a little shout out. And so you got Jody's DJ Service. They're going to add $100. You got All Star Home Improvements. They're put in $100. You got Racing Granny put in $100. You got Tony and Bobby Jackson, Raging Rooster Catering put in $250. You got Cape Fear Land Maintenance put in $200. Henry Barnett put in $100. Jason Maynor put in $250. The North Carolina Nightmare White Kitchen himself gave $100.
Wow.
Denton Little gave $250 if Willie or Christian wins, and then he gave an additional $250 day for the fast qualifier.
It's presented by
Tyneco
Concrete.
Tyneco Concrete. Donnie Jackson of 1-800 Plumbing gave $100. Chuck Lee gave another $250. KIPP Kip Thompson himself from Chat Lee gave $250. Wayne Matthews from Eastside Motorsports and Performance gave $100. Joe Adams put up $250, and Jason Prince put up the big $1,500.
Wow!
So right now, and I know from talking to you earlier, you said that you're willing to throw in a little bit more than what you initially said. So right now we're at 3,800 without yours, and I think you told me you were willing to put in 1,200, would put us at an even 5,000 for Willie or Christian to come from the rear and win this thing.
That's what we definitely need to do is bump it on up to make it a 10,000 win total.
Yeah, I think that's going to make it exciting. I think them boys. I think out of all the racers, I think those two probably would have the best chance of coming from the rear and pulling that off. If not, like I said, I think they'd have a good chance. It's going to be tough with whoever decides it. It's going to be tough, but you know, you got to let your balls hang out. And I think you had a race one time said nut up or shut up.
I got the trophy in the garage.
Yeah. So Kip, tell us a little bit about what you're going to be doing down in Victory Lane down there for this special week of Speed Weeks.
Well, as we spoke on the Shine Runners Radio Racing program a couple of weeks ago, Rooster put it absolutely perfect. He nailed it when he said what sums up Victory Lane in this emotion. The emotion, the excitement of winning. Like we said earlier, you know, throughout the year, you may normally have maybe a guy that wins 4, 5, 6 consecutive races. But there's always that one chance, that one night of when we're having our local shows away from a national deal like what we're doing this week, where there's that one guy who everything goes right for him that one night. And he steps up into Victory Lane for the first time. So it's going to be exciting. Like Dave said, man, we've got Greg Troutman coming. We've got people from all over and everywhere coming here, not only to run in the INEX Legend Series. He's also going to be running on the Sport Mod as well. And we've got a lot of people from around the country that are coming to race with us this year. So this is our second annual North Carolina Speed Weeks. It's going to be very exciting. We hope to pack the house out. I know it's going to be crazy around this place Saturday night with the King of the Cushion Challenge that's going to be going on here. It's also going to be real fun too, because it's always real great when you're here on a weekly basis to see, you know, some of your local drivers to see that they compete with guys all over the country. You're going to have a guy sitting in the studio with you right now who got, as he just said, one of the we showed up event here last year. Chad Groves, Ryan Shaver will be here. Sonoski out of Holden Beach, North Carolina, a very, very talented driver. Jaden Boland's going to be here in the 01. So it's all with him the other night in the banquet, man. He's all excited. We're glad he's going to be back here and running with us some. But the whole deal in a nutshell, it's going to be great, man. Daniel Parker looked really good the other night. He was here on Saturday night. This 602 crate late model. Going to be a lot of different cars here. Dalton Jacobs was here in his ride. So it's going to be really good, man. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I just can't wait to crack open the microphone for the first checkered flag and capture that first win with somebody right here 2022 campaign at Federal Motor Speedway, also known as Carolina Bullring.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. I hope some of those checker flags come to that concrete pad over there.
Yeah, no doubt for sure. I definitely want one to come over my way.
We're going to have enough flags for everybody wants to win on Saturday night. So it's up to you guys to get it or not. So we're going to
That's right.
That's
right.
That's right.
That's right. So Dave, so you know, a big thing with the King of the Cushion was we was talking if we were going to be able to get them guys 2 grooves, if we were going to be able to get them a cushion up top. Do you feel confident that you're going to be able to, that you, Wayne, Freddie, Kip, all the guys you got out there working night in and night out, you think y'all going to be able to handle that?
It's there now. We got guys coming around walking. They walk the track Saturday night. We had Ryan Shaver and all the boys walk the track. They just can't believe how big a cushion we've got.
Well, you can't. But listen, you can't ask Ryan about racetracks. You can ask him about spindles or shit like that, but you can't ask him about racetracks.
Get off the next step. We're talking about racing. We're talking about the cushion that we're looking to try to achieve this weekend. As we speak right now, the Dirt Doctor Wayne Gray Jr. is out on the motivator right now. He and Freddie, they're here. They were here yesterday. They were here real late Saturday night. A lot of track prep is going in right now, and we're looking forward to a big deal, not only for practice tomorrow night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night, but the showdown is going to go down Saturday night. King of the Cushion, right here inside the Carolina Bull Ring. We want everybody, if you can listen to us, you're hearing us, you know, make sure you're here, bring a friend, find somebody who's never been to a dirt track race before, because they will be hooked when they leave Federal Motor Speedway this coming Saturday night. Not only just Saturday night, every night, man. We want everybody here that we can get here. Last year we had a great crowd, had a lot of great racing. Cars from all over the country are coming right here to the Federal Motor Speedway, and we want everybody to be a part of it. And I'd like to take the opportunity on behalf of Dave and myself and everybody here at Federal Motor Speedway. Thank you guys for what you guys do to promote the sport of racing and for what you're doing on a special show tonight, because I know you guys normally do this on a Wednesday or a Thursday. But thank y'all for doing this special show tonight to try to promote what we're going to do this weekend.
That's right.
Hell yeah.
Like I said, you know, we love what Dave, all of you are doing out there at the racetrack. And like I say over and over and over, I know people get tired of hearing me say it, that Dave was a racer first before he was a promoter. So that gives them a little leg up on knowing what a racer wants and knowing what a racer needs to make a good competitive racetrack and have a good competitive race.
So, Bill, on that part, these 4 days, I understand if we're on the track itself. Back in the pit area, we brought shower houses in. So all the campers, guys that come in and travel, even the local guys, if you want to camp, come on out and camp. We have shower houses.
yeah.
We have campfire stuff for everybody. We have toilet services coming in from Cumberland Septic. They're going to come every day and empty everybody's septic for them. Just a bunch of different and lights. We got extra lights coming in. We got tower lights coming in for start spots on the other side of the water tower. Maybe a few places out on the racetrack. It's a little bit darker than normal. We're going to do that. And one more thing I'll kick off real quick. It's going to be really cool this year. And actually, we have 5 or 6 people over in the tower working as we're speaking right now, getting it up. It's the Carolina Bullring TV, FayettelleTV.com, and FayettelleSpeedwayTV.com. So we teamed up with INCA TV and Speed Sport TV, and we'll start having our own television program.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Hell yeah, that's
Hell
awesome.
yeah.
Like I said, and again, I'm gonna do this from at least us here. We thank you for what you're doing, because you know, like I said, you could be just sitting back collecting, but you don't. You try to put back into it and make it a better place for family, kids, everybody. And like Kip was speaking a while ago, saying about people that haven't come to races, don't know anything about races. I had like several people, Mr. Wheeler. Hell, I can't even think of the ones that messaged me on Facebook and asked me what they needed to do to come, what night would be a good night to come, if they could come hang out. And, you know, and I told them, I said, listen, y'all more than welcome to come over there to that concrete and hang out. And probably don't want to bring no kids over there because we cuss over there and drink. But anybody that wants to come is more than welcome to come over there. And like, we just want to fill your facility up, man, and give back to you what you're giving to us. You know, because if it don't fill up and people don't come and people don't watch the races, then you know that starts to hit your pocketbook, and we don't want that to happen. We want everything to play out smooth and go good, and everybody have a good time and some fresh faces, win some races, and just party it like hell in Victory Lane with Kip.
Well, and I have one more question, Dave. Out there at Fayetteville Motor Speedway, like all year, is it active duty military or always? What is it for the military guys?
It's 1,000% active duty military.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Awesome.
So what are we doing for the senior citizens, Dave? Because I did have a couple people ask me that.
There is a discount. Shay puts that on Facebook. You have to look at it. The senior citizens get a discount. The EMT get a discount. But there's all kinds of situations that will work. Whatever it takes to get people to come in. If they
Right.
want to watch and want to see, we want them here. We can lower the prices to get them in. We've got other sponsors that are coming on board. We're working on half price night. We're working on zip code night. We're working on all kinds of different things to try to get the community more involved. Instead of just the racers coming to watch, we're trying to find that local guy that the kids have never seen race before.
Well, one thing to be really great, guys, and you know, all of us that are involved in this on the podcast here tonight,
On their end.
you guys doing the show yourselves.
Slow down talking a little bit so they
We've
can
got
read the
Facebook
subtitles.
too. If everybody could go out and share and just mention. I mean, we're right here in the heart of Fort Bragg, biggest military base in the United States of America. Is right here, just down the road from us. You know, we want our military guys here. We appreciate what they do for us, because without them, we wouldn't be able to do the things that we do. And all active military are free every night, every race here inside the Fayetteville Motor Speedway.
Awesome, man. And there's a couple people that are on here that are just saying if y'all could talk a little slower. They're reading the subtitles. There's a bad echo coming on y'all's end, but we'll still get all the information and all that stuff out for everybody. But you had a practice Saturday night, and there was a lot of cars out there. And Dave, what's the deal with the tire situation? Are you going to have tires for sale, or you know?
As of right now, we've sold tires at Saturday night practice. I still have a few tires left over for this coming up Tuesday night practice. And then Wednesday morning, we'll have another load of tires coming in for Hoosier. And then the Mid-East will be bringing tires also to the Lake Monmouth. So tires should not be an issue. Cross your fingers that everything goes through the tires. It's always been tough this year. We knew in the middle of last summer the tires were going to be tough. You know, they allocated so many. So, we have tires right now.
So, Dave, Chad here. Question. I saw you guys have moved the big tires up the racetrack a little bit. So, is that what we're going to be? Is that what we're going to be running with this week?
Yep, the big tires are put out. I don't know if we can turn it around and show you or not. We'll send you a picture.
No, I saw the video. We're good. Quick question. I just want to make sure it's going to be like that, through Speed Weeks.
The tires are not as high as they were last year.
Uh-huh.
The other thing that's kind of deceiving about the racetrack right now is we brought in 125 loads of clay in 3 and 4.
Right.
And
Right.
we raised 3 and 4 up 3 feet. So it's 3 foot taller in the bottom of 3 and 4. So we took a lot of banking out of the bottom. And it's really made the racetrack really, really smooth. And we had one little hump we're working on where you come on and off the racetrack. And we keep blading it every night. And it'll get better every night. We'll blade it every single night till it gets going.
So 1 and 2's kind of the same way?
We added more dirt there. We had about 50 loads in the bottom there. But you have a lot more bottom now. So you can actually, down before we didn't have clay at the bottom and you guys are still running in the dirt that wasn't no good. Now we put some good dirt down there for you to run in.
Hell yeah! I just need I need that 2 to be a little better, or maybe not get into the gas too soon. What you say, Dave? 1, 2, 3.
You just got to stay off the tires.
Hey,
Thanks, sir.
Dave, Kenny Martin, come on here. I guess he didn't hear y'all's answer. He asked, what about the EMTs? Kenny, the EMTs will get in at a discounted rate every race, I'm assuming, at Fayetteville Motor Speedway. Is that correct, Dave?
I'm not 100% sure of that. I'm pretty sure if they got their EMT card, they do get a discounted rate. As long as they got their EMT card, we've got it set up with Hope Mills Fire Department. They come in here with fat backing them, and we've got it set up with a discount for EMT. They have to have their card.
Well, you have to watch out for the Pierce Mill Fire Department guys. The Pierce Mill guys, the great guys, Pat Matthews and his crew. You have to watch them because every car's piled up to 1, 2, 3, scoring down here in turn 3.
Oh, yeah.
Does PWC get a discount? Saying.
I don't know. We're working on the sponsorship with you guys. We're going to try to have
Good luck. 20 years.
So you got anything else, AJ?
No, not right now. Just everybody come out. Is there and as far as Dave, a ticket that people can buy for the all 4 nights? Is there like a special for that or anything?
We're watching the weather right now, and Shay will announce the day of the race. As long as we look like we're going to have good weather for the 3 or 4 days, we're going to offer a discounted rate for the races for sure.
Hey, that's awesome.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Yes, 4-day package. If it looks like we're going to have a rain out or something, or it's kind of iffy, then we'll back it back down to just buying single tickets. But we're going to try to have a discount rate for everybody who comes in Wednesday.
Cool.
Okay. And as far as that, like, if you have to make a call, is there a deadline of when you're going to make that, or do you know?
It's not going to be no deadline because the train of thought is, as a racer, if I've had you travel 8 hours on a racetrack to race, I'm going to try to race.
Hell yeah.
Right.
So if it rains at 4 o'clock and I can race at 6 o'clock, I'm going to race. If we've done it here before, it's 9:30 or 10 o'clock. We don't have a curfew. We're going to try to get the race in.
Hell yeah.
Awesome.
Absolutely. I remember that night.
Good
So we're
deal.
going to run it.
So, Kip, I'm going to go a little off.
We ran one night, there was like a pond over here coming off of turn 3 and 4. We waited it out. We still got the race in.
Yeah, and that's what I said. That's the thing with Dave being a racer. He knows what it costs for people to travel. He knows what it costs for people just to run local people. So he's going to do what he's got to do to make sure that we run these races.
And right now, the weather looks great.
I think so too.
The weather, like we're going to have 75 and 80 degree days. We're going to have some wind on Friday, and then it's going to get some cold on Saturday. As long as we have no rain, we're going to race. So everything's looking pretty good. It looks better than it did 4 or 5 days ago. 4 or 5 days
Yep.
ago, it was rain.
Yes, it did.
And now we're looking good. So let's just keep crossing our fingers. And if it's pretty outside, we're going to rain. As long as the rain holds off, we're going to race. So
I think we're good to go. Ready to rock and roll.
yeah, me and Freddie and Wayne, we'll be watching the racetrack, and if the weather challenges time to seal it, we'll seal it. If it's time to open it up, we'll open it up. So I think we've done pretty good at it so far. I got to give Wayne and Freddie a big shout out. They do a great job on the racetrack for me and helping me and teaching me. And and getting us where we are today. I think we get better and better every year and have less rainouts and better racetracks. And we don't have rough racetracks. We don't have holes everywhere, not on wood. Just like I said, give those guys real prompts on what they do and experience that.
And what you guys, a lot of people don't understand. For those of you who are race car drivers and that will be here this weekend, the Tuesday night really was kind of like a testing tune just for the racetrack along with the race cars. This is the first time any race cars have actually been on the track since we put all the dirt and all the modifications and things have been made. We saw what was going on. There was a little bit of a move there in terms of getting into turn one as you cross over the track. Wayne went out and cut it down. It was still there just a little bit Saturday night, but these guys have been working their butts off. And if you have not had a chance to come out and practice, you are going to be here. We invite you to be here tomorrow night. It's about 6 o'clock. Come on out and turn some laps, man. Get ready for Speed Weeks right here inside the Carolina Bull Ring. It's going to be an exciting week, and we're excited. We just can't wait to have everybody here.
Man, I'm super excited to have this thing kick off. And like I said, I know this is the 2nd annual, and I hope that we talking about this 8 more years from now, talking about the 10th annual.
That's the goal. That's the plan.
Hey, Dave.
Yeah.
Hey, quick question. I was at Willie's buying some parts. He brought up something I guess you guys have talked about. Are we still considering splitting the field in half with the legends if we got 30 or 40 or 50 or 60?
As far as Speed Weeks?
Yes.
Okay, so as far as Speed Weeks go, this is for all classes. Wednesday night, Thursday night, we all run features. So this goes
Okay.
like being a racer.
Okay.
If you come out in here and there's 41 cars, I'm racing 2 features. If there's
Okay.
52 cars, I'm running 2 features. If there's 28 cars, we're running 1 feature. So
Awesome.
Everybody is going to run a feature Wednesday and Thursday. You're not going to show up driving out of town and not get to run it. There is no B mains Wednesday and Thursday. Everybody races a feature. So if I have 2 late model features, 2 sport model features, and 2 legend features, that would be awesome.
Okay,
So,
cool deal. I didn't mean to single out with the legends, but hey, that's awesome, man.
No, it's for everybody. Everybody's going to race features. Nobody's just going to sit here and watch other people race.
Hell yeah, brother. Way to go, man. I love it.
We're here to have fun too.
Way to go, man. I love it.
So Dave, well, I can't ask you that. I can ask Kip. Kip, who is your pick to come from the back in this King of the Cushion Challenge?
Woo.
CT or the Wild Child? Kip,
The one.
the one car.
The one.
I'll take the 06.
See,
Nice.
and I'm gonna have to go against Dave because y'all know Willie's my horse, and I'm gonna ride him till he can't run no more. I think the one is gonna come from the rear and do his thing in that new Barry Wright Icon.
I just like to gamble some better.
Hey, Dave, I think the sheet metal man's going to win.
That's right.
You're probably right.
I will be happy to pay either one of them.
I know that's right.
Yeah, like I said, I think it's bringing a lot of attention to the race. Because like I said, we've got message after message after message about people.
Even if they don't like it or
Yeah, even if they didn't like it, they said, they were asking, did we really think they were going to do it? Did and I told them, I said, well, they said they were. I mean, that's all we can go off of. They said they were. We got the money together. $5,000 extra ain't nothing to sneeze at. That'll buy a few parts if you can drive that thing from the rear and bring it to the front.
My sponsor, Greg, give me $5,000.
Yeah, it's gonna be an awesome show. Those 2 guys do go to the back. We got, they're not the only 2 guys racing here, but that's what all eyes will be on those 2 guys if they do go
Right.
to the back. I will tell you that this Saturday night, this past Saturday night when we had our practice, I'll go ahead and give you a little heads up. That black Captain around the Hope Field, that driver number 3, Sean Harris, was looking around here Saturday night. So
I bet.
there's a lot of great cars here. But if those guys indeed do go to the rear, I wonder if anybody has any idea as of yet what kind of car count, anybody on my race has, what, are we up to 14, 15, maybe 20 cars?
We'll get to the 20 more.
We'll have that, the 50 laps, man, it's gonna be, that, and to have that kind of, big money on top of what the regular race is, and that don't pass out, I don't know what to say. It's gonna be a big night.
Hell yeah. I agree, man.
And just the excitement of the I-95 race. I mean,
Yeah.
you got Brandon and you've got Michael Wells over at Halifax. All of us have worked together hard this year to make sure the preliminary late models are going to stay alive. And we're going to work really hard. We've got 4 or 5 races at Fayetteville, 4 or 5 races at 4 or 5 at Halifax, all 95 races. And we're all not racing against each other. We're all taking the night off. We're all doing the visit to each track. So one track's not competing against another. We're all pulling the money together for a big point stand for the guys at the end of the year. We're all pulling good money for them. Here in the middle of the summer, we're going to have a Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, running the late model. Each night we're going to race one of our tracks. The first night at Halifax, second night at Brandon, and the 3 nights we do the mile racing. So we're doing for the I-95 tournament, people in the late model.
That matters.
Well, awesome, guys. Hey, we really do appreciate it. And we'll definitely make sure we get everybody out there as much as we can.
Hell yeah.
But you guys can see in the background, like we said earlier when we came on, we're doing everything we can do to make racing great again right here inside South Speedway.
Maybe the fuel prices will come down. Hell yeah.
So, guys, we're going to get y'all off of here now, and we're going to take a short 5-minute break before we bring Big Sexy Brandon Overton on the show.
And thanks for what you guys do, man. We appreciate y'all having us on.
Thank you.
Absolutely. We're going to bring y'all back on as soon as this is over with.
Hey, Kip, I plan on seeing you a few times this week.
Okay,
Just saying.
Well,
Just saying.
It'll always be starting out with the party in Basewood.
Damn right. We get the old blonde here to spend some money. We'd be all right.
Hey, listen, you come up, don't cry, but also bring the racing granny, okay? Make sure racing granny-
I'll let Racing Granny say everything if she doesn't already.
I got you.
Thank you, brother.
Chad, good luck to you this week, man. All of our local drivers, Ryan Schaefer, Sanaski, all you guys, AJ Belanger here on a weekly basis. And we look forward to having all of you guys here. It's going to be a great week, man, for all the classes. And but there again, Saturday night is going to be the showdown is going to go down right here.
Hell yeah, man.
And we're excited, man. Thanks, guys.
Hell yeah,
Absolutely.
guys.
Thank y'all.
Y'all take
Like I
it easy.
said, we're going to take a short 5-minute break, and then we're going to come back on with Brandon Overton.
Yay.
All right, guys. So we're back here, and we got the man, the myth, the legend, Big Sexy. What's going on, bud?
What's up? Y'all got me?
It's sexy time.
The baddest mother. Woo!
Hey, so what's the last year like being the baddest motherfucker on the planet in dirt late model?
Man, I don't even know. It's I try not to think about it because I don't know. I guess it's just hard to believe that I've done what I've been able to do, and win all the stuff. I don't even know. I mean, the coolest thing is just the everywhere I go, somebody's like, "Hey, that's Brandon Overton," or all the
Hell
little
yeah.
kids come up to me and want me to sign stuff. So I don't know. It's cool. It is what it is, and just trying to keep it rolling.
Old country boy from Evans, Georgia, busting these big boys' ass.
Man, I just like it that you keep it real. That's what I like.
Well,
As real as they come.
and now, man, how did you exactly get it started in racing? Because I heard that you were actually supposed to be a drag racer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he learned that Stevie lived behind him, and he figured he had to pick another
The
sport.
bad man lives down there where you live.
That's right. Yeah, no, I actually, my daddy was a drag racer, and that's pretty much when I quit racing go-karts, that's what he wanted me to do. And we went to Commerce to Atlanta to the NHRA race, and we watched it. And then a boy that I raced go-karts with, his dad drove dirt cars, and I went and stayed with them one weekend, and we went to the dirt track. And I remember calling my daddy from there, and I said, "Man, Daddy, I don't want no drag car. I think I want one of these dirt cars." And
It's fun.
he was kind of pissed at first. So anyway, then after that, we started kind of dabbling in it, going and watching a couple of them, and that's just the route we took.
You got a little brother in the sport that you grooming too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Yeah, he come down here and waxed ass.
Yeah, he come down here and waxed ass till his engine broke.
Don't tell him. Don't tell him.
Yeah. Yeah. So look, I want you to just be honest with us. How much fucking money did you really win last year?
I think it was like 951 is what we won.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm disappointed. You were short of a fucking million.
I know, that's
we still poor country boys.
yeah. It sucks because we honestly, I made it 15 laps short of or whatever the last restart of the Dirt Track World Championship to win. That paid $100,000. Second paid 20, so that's 80 I lost in 15 laps or whatever. Last restart of that race. And then Vegas, so we missed it there, and then we go to Vegas, and the damn left front tire falls off in the feature at Vegas. So we were racing for double money there. So we still won 950, but we could have won over $1 million if we just wouldn't have had some bad luck, or maybe would have just tightened the damn left front tire up. So it is what it is.
I'll
Racing, dog.
I'll tell you something that people forget too. So last year during Florida Speed Weeks and Georgia Speed Weeks and all that bullshit, you were leading a lot of them fucking races, and I think you had some drive shaft trouble in a couple of them or something.
We did. I mean, actually, at the beginning of the year, we were falling out with just stupid stuff, having flats. We were leading a couple a Lucas race, and I think I had a flat tire coming to the checker or something last corner. Just a lot of stuff happened. It's just once after we got to Eldora, we won a big chunk right there, and then it's like after that we really couldn't mess up until we got to the end of the year.
So go ahead.
Well, I was going to ask, so like when you're deciding where you're going to go race, is it just straight like we're looking for the money, or because I know you kind of run an outlaw schedule. I mean, you're not really on the Lucas like running for points or anything. You just go for the money, right?
Yeah, AJ, he don't do that
Yeah.
bitch shit. He don't do that bitch shit.
Yeah. I run. I just look at I need to sit down and make a schedule, but just pretty much, yeah. The money is mostly what we look at, but also just some of the tracks. I mean, even though they pay a lot of money, sometimes the track sucks, and it's like, hell, I don't want to go race somewhere that I don't like. I mean, it doesn't matter if they pay a bunch of money or not. If you don't like
Right.
it, you probably ain't gonna do good. So I try to go to all the places that, whether I'm familiar with them or not, just something's got to kind of drive us to go there. The promoter being cool or the track being badass or something. The money's a big part of it, but still, I try not to race anywhere that I don't like.
So
Awesome.
so out of the big name guys that you race with night in and night out, who would you say your biggest competitor is? Or is it like, fuck it, the whole field's my competitor, I'm trying to crush everybody?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, shit, man, they're all so good. You watch the Speed Week stuff we just ran. There's not one person that wins every single night, especially now, like how they got the rules and just so much shit can happen. We went to, like Volusia the other night. If you miss qualify, you could be 2/10 off and get you on a third row of a heat. Well, if the track's wide open and you can't pass, like you're gonna be starting 18th, you ain't gonna win from 18th nowadays. Everybody's too good. So, I mean, there's a lot of them. I don't know. It's all pretty much you just gotta. It's all who can put a full night together. You gotta qualify good. You gotta win that heat. You gotta get out front in the race and not mess up. So. It is what it is. Any given night, there's probably 10 or 15 of them that can win.
Well, and I mean, does it kind of, when you had a motor that let loose when you were down there, does that kind of get in your head a little bit, or you're just like, man, fuck it, and just pop another one in, keep going? Because I know you've had some really good runs so far this year, but you've also, there's been a couple of times where like some stupid stuff has got you.
Yeah, no, I think I get more upset about the motors. If I had to buy all that stuff, I'd think
No, you say shit. It's okay.
Yeah, if I had to pay for it, I'd be running the Bang Banger division. But so I still treat it like it's mine. I mean, that's a $40,000-$50,000 motor we tore up. So I think it bothers me worse than it bothers my car owner.
Right.
Right.
It you know what I'm saying? It's just shit. It don't matter how much money we win or not. It still takes a lot of money to do what we do, run up down the road. So I don't know. It still bothers me because I know how much he puts into it and how much money people invest in me. So like I said, yeah, it bothers me pretty good.
Well, hey man, what about our local dude, fucking Dalton? He's doing big things. I love it.
Yeah, he's gonna be fine.
I think he's gonna be one.
Yeah,
Watch.
It's the regional where he grew up. When he goes back, he'll be that much better. I mean, I don't think anybody expected him to go to Speed Weeks. Everybody knew he was down there because he was fast. I mean, when he would qualify or something, I'd hear people saying, "Who the hell's in that 18 car?" So he can do it. He's getting a little taste of what we've all been through. They throw him out there, and you got a World 100 or a Dirt Late Model Dream Field every night in Speed Weeks. And like I said, just that little miss will get you behind. So he's taking in some of that. He ain't never been in none of them places. He did great.
I think
so. He's gonna do good. They're I don't know how you say it. Like he's not that he's stubborn, but he's gonna be fine because he ain't gonna give up. I feel like he got something to prove.
No, he is stubborn.
He wants to show everybody.
He's definitely stubborn. I talked to him every night after that race, and then he beat himself up a little bit during some things. But he told me, he said, listen, you could not believe the difference in the race. And he said, these guys, they don't give an inch. He said in the regional racing, a guy sees your front wheel at their fender, they're going to give you that space. He said, you get nothing here. You got to go take what you want.
Yeah, but they do. I think that's the biggest difference. Like, around home, I mean, you got you 5 or 6 that is how they're gonna race, but it doesn't matter if you line up. Most of the time, you're worried about the guy on the inside of you. Like when you run these races, you're worried about, man, I better not go down here and slide up because the guy behind me is gonna pass me too. So you just got to be on your A game all the time. You got to run every lap pretty much as hard as you can the whole entire time till you get in that feature, and then you can kind of race smart.
Before we go into deep, like talking shit, I want you to just shout out your sponsors.
Yeah.
Like I know you like I met you through Harold. Harold's a buddy of mine, and I met you through Harold, and then you started talking, and Harold realized that the person that I helped in drag racing lives right behind you. And in fact, y'all are probably the only 2 champion drivers ever from Evans, Georgia. He's won the Pro Mod NHRA.
The only two that race around here.
Well, yeah, maybe.
Fucking bad category there, guy.
But that's a pretty strong statement to say you got the 2 baddest motherfuckers in the world in the same town, and they live behind each other.
I haven't been to it. I see him around every now and then, but I ain't never really said nothing to him.
Listen, cool guy, man. All you got to do is go over there and tell him that I told you to come over there and holler at him. Super cool guy. In fact, he could probably. You let him fuck around with that dirt car for about 30 minutes, he could probably teach you something.
He's the smartest redneck I promise.
He's a very smart cat. Very smart cat. Feared in the drag racing world.
I need him to come to Fayetteville and learn how to do some legend shit.
But so give your sponsors, because you got a ton of them. So let's give your sponsors a shout out. Starting with the Wells boys.
Yep. Dave and Eric Wells, Wells Motorsports, Convenient Lube, CrossFit Overton, All Star Concrete, Easy Go, Big Dog Stumping Tree, Dirt Mafia, Cleanway Clearing. Got RW Powell Construction, Garnto Southern, Hearst Construction. I had a sponsor down there in Florida come up to me. I just met him, Angry Elephant Tattoo. So he's gonna help us out a little bit this year.
Hell yeah.
I think that's on the roof of your car, ain't it?
Yeah, hell yeah. He come
Yeah.
over.
Yeah.
He sponsored Cody, and he come over and started talking to us at East Bay. So yeah, we put it on there. We had to swap cars at Volusia, and I ended up having to pull it back out. So got him again on there. So, but yeah, we got a ton of people that help us. I couldn't do it without all them.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, man. When I talked to Harold back when you were driving with Joy and racing with Harold, I talked to Harold a lot, and he told me, he said, "Man," he said, "listen," he said, "I've been around this sport bell my entire life." He said, "NASCAR, all of it." He said, "I'm telling you right now, Brandon Overton is one of the top 5 wheelmen I've ever seen in my life." And that's a big, big compliment coming from a guy like that that's been around your Earnhardts, your Gordons, your Jimmy Johnsons. I mean, to say that you're a top 5 wheelman, like I said, that's a compliment that you can't compare that compliment. That 951,000 don't even compare to that compliment. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's a strong statement.
Do you want to, would you like to go race in NASCAR or, make that step, or you just love the dirt so much?
No, I mean, obviously the money be a lot better
right
than NASCAR, but I mean, if I don't ever get a chance to do it, I mean, shit, it is what it is. I race for a living, you know what I mean? I don't I ain't really got a real job, so that's better than what I could be doing. So
that's right, you're doing what you love.
This is as far as I get. That's cool with me. I mean, even I think about it all the time. Like, even if I did race NASCAR and just say I did make millions of dollars, shit, I race all the time. What am I going to do with it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
I have a nice-ass house, but I ain't never there.
But you'd never be there. Yeah, you'd be on the road racing.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I know if I ever did do it, I'd still race dirt. Like, I'd still have my dirt car. So that would just be less time I would get to spend money on stuff.
Well, what we need you to do this year, we need you to come to Bristol, because I heard through the grapevine that they're going to try to get some more of those NASCAR boys talked into coming over there, jumping into y'all's arena on the dirt and running the late model race. If that's the case, we're going to need you to go there and just kick their ass.
They'll be wanting to borrow your fucking backup car, though. I'm just saying. Just saying.
Oh, you are going to Bristol?
Yeah, I'm going to Bristol. Yeah,
We're going now.
Well, then
We're going now.
We won't gonna go, but we will go now.
We're going.
Yeah.
Like I said, since the day that I met you with Harold, man, and talked to you outside the car that night, you know what I'm saying, I've been a fan, and I keep up with you on Facebook. You know, I shoot you a message or whatever when you win those races, even when you don't do so good. But like I said, man, you set the world on fire last year. I mean, that was fucking unheard of, what you done last year in any kind of racing. What'd you win, 31 races last year?
Yeah, 31.
Yeah, that's fucking strong. That's strong.
It's hell, I don't know. We talk about it every day. We went to, like, this weekend when we were getting our ass kicked in Florida, we were like, damn, we're spoiled. As soon as we don't win, we think like everything's wrong, everything's broke, shit's wore out. Like, we're like, freaking out because we don't win all the time. But we just keep on working on it, man. We're gonna get it, and we know deep down that you ain't gonna win every night. You know, everybody's tough and everybody's working just as hard, and everybody's got the same stuff we got. You know, they got the best engines and the best cars, and I said it's gonna be a fight. I think y'all seen how much money they're gonna pay this year, so everybody's gonna be working as hard as they can.
So, hey, let me ask you this, because I know the one race, I think you set quick time, but you failed the droop rule. Didn't they change that rule on you?
Yeah. So they changed. So they've always done. I mean, I've ran a lot of races around here with the droop rule, but this year they come up with they changed.
We just lost him.
Are you there? I think did he mute his mic?
Did you mute your mic?
How about
Try
now?
again,
Oh,
Brian.
there you go. Yeah.
Now you can repeat that now. So they got you with the droop rule.
Somebody's calling me. So they changed. Yeah, it's same droop rule, but the difference is now. Last year the left rear tire had to come off the ground. Well, now they want both back tires off the ground.
Right.
So when they jacked their, if the my left rear tire was off the ground, and when they checked it there, it was illegal. But if they kept jacking to get the right rear tire off the ground, then it's illegal.
Right.
And that was something they added this year to kind of change it a little bit. I don't know if they're dead set on it yet, because it pretty much limits us from adjusting our car. Because if we do something to our right front and the thing's pivoted on the jack, every time we adjust, we have to go back there and move our deck. And I don't think they want to. I mean, obviously they made the rule, but I don't think they want to throw everybody out every 5 seconds because we're working on our car.
Well, and that's what I seen. I seen Mark Whitener, I think it was. He failed that thing like 3 times and went to the rear. And
Yeah, and I don't think they knew. Well, I knew we had a problem real early because I had just passed it, and then I come right back and failed it, so I had to figure out why. But you know how it is. Nobody wants to hear that you got an excuse why you got threw out. So I just kept my damn mouth shut. And then I remember Big Frog called me, and I said, I know what you about to tell me. I already did it. So, like I said, they got something to work on. Whether they changed it or they might, hell, I don't know. They might not. Who knows?
Well, I know they changed like a bunch of the body rules on the front end this year, right? Like the way that they kind of measure, you have to lay a straight edge across both of the elephant ears, correct?
Yeah, they did that last year. They did that last year too. So now what they're doing is the body skew. That's probably what
Right.
you're talking about. How
Yeah.
they changed the angle of it. Yeah. Same.
Sounds like me a bunch of fucking crybabies. That's what we deal with around here.
I mean, it is what it is. We've been doing it for a long time. But I don't know. I mean, obviously, I don't agree with it because that was the way my car was. But if they want us to fix it, we'll fix it. And same people gonna win. It don't matter. The more rules
Keep that ass.
they make, I mean, it's just this. Whoever works the hardest and gets the shit figured out, still gonna win, and it's gonna be the same guys that are gonna win. So we just play by their rules and do whatever they want us to do, I guess.
Well, that's what I liked about it the other night when they interviewed you when you won the heat race. You like, we got more work to do. We got more work to do. We got more work to do.
Right.
That's good shit.
Yeah.
You're digging. You're still looking for speed.
Yeah, we just got to keep. Obviously, the you start changing a lot of stuff on your car, and it gets it all thrown out of balance. So
Believe me, we know
that's why
this.
I wasn't gonna race. I really wasn't gonna go down there. I mean, you race a lot of times in speed weeks, but the amount of tires you burn up, and just everything every day you drive the shit out of them at East Bay. You're killing your motor. Volusia's huge. I mean, it's almost not worth it. The only reason I did race is because I knew they changed all these rules, and the more I can race, the more I can dial this thing in before we get to the big paying shows.
Hell yeah.
Right. Is that like when how, as far as the tire shortage, is that affecting you guys at all on the national level?
Well, we still get them in time. I mean, we get them at last minute, but we still get what we need in time. And honestly, for us, like I never was a guy that put 4 new tires on anyway. So they let you put, either 1 or 2 tires on. So it doesn't really bother me. Hell, that's how I always raced anyway,
Right.
So yeah, I mean, kind of, but not really. It is a pain in the ass when you call and you're looking at your schedule and you're going to have to get LM tires shipped down here, because you're going to need them in 2 or 3 weeks. Well, you'd like to go ahead and get them and get them mounted and go ahead and start working on them if you get a free chance. Then you have to wait till the week before you go. But we're still getting them. It's just, like I said, it's kind of a pain in the ass when you call and you get just enough to go with,
Right.
so one of your homeboys here from Georgia, Tyler Walker, said, shout out from Augusta, Brandon. He said, when are you building your shop down here?
It's already up. We ended up buying one. The county was giving us shit, so it's already up.
That thing's probably going to be
Cool.
full.
So there you go, Tyler. There's your question of that. The shop is already up.
As far as like some of the young racers that might be watching, I mean, what would you say to the guys that want to grow up and just race full time like you? Like, what kind of words of encouragement, would you have for them?
Yeah, they just I was one of them. You know what I mean? Like I hear people. The biggest thing I see people all the time like, if shit ain't going their way or it costs too much money. I mean, that's just part of it. You're like, yeah, we know it costs too much money. You just got to figure it out. You got to hustle it, drive whatever you can drive. I mean, it's stepping stones. Like, I didn't get here. Look how many people I drove for. I drove
Right.
for everybody and their mama, whether it was a shit box or not. Just drive it, and that'll open doors for you. You know what I mean? Like, I knew my parents weren't going to be able to get me as far as I did. So I just had to meet people and get people to help me get where I wanted to go. Like, pretty much don't make excuses. You know what I mean? Just keep your head down and keep digging. Do whatever you can do to further you, and don't worry about it. Don't worry about what nobody else says about, you might not be doing no good. Like, that's like Dalton. That's what I was trying to tell him. He's not that he's down or nothing, but all that learning and all that disappointment that he's getting right now, that's just going to make him stronger and just keep taking him to the next level.
That's a fact. That's a fact. So let me ask you this on the real side of this. Do you think that fucking rule was put in place because of you? Do you think the 76 is what caused that rule?
I do.
And you can keep it real.
Yeah, I'd say it didn't help it. I mean, obviously, yeah, because, I mean, I don't know. What do you do? Yeah, but mine was probably the worst in the pit. So, yeah, I'd say most of it was directed toward us.
Okay, but listen though. So the same guys you race with night in, night out, they've been doing this. Most of them way longer than you, because you're a young guy. Most of them guys have been around the sport way longer than you have. They walk by, they see, then that means they can do it fucking too. If there's no rule against it, then you can do it too.
Yeah, a lot of them tried to do it. That's what we didn't understand. Like, a lot of them did do it. They did do it, and then they didn't like it, and then they changed it back. So we didn't really see the reason to get everybody on, to make a big deal. But all that shit is it's as big as they want to make it. Like, it didn't have to be a big deal at all. There was never been a rule the whole time we've been racing about how far the car can be, y'all. So why make a big deal about it now? But they did, and this is what we got. Now, like I said, now we're probably about to have another rule change. I would say maybe not. I don't know. I don't get all into it. So I just go, whatever they tell us to do, we do, and adapt to it, and then
keep it rolling.
Sooner or later, they'll run out of shit to change,
Yeah, well, like you said, a winner's gonna win.
Right.
Yep.
And whatever rule they come out with, you're gonna figure out a way to push that rule to the fullest. If you don't, then you're not racing.
Yep.
Then you're going to be that guy in the B main every single night trying to make the feature. You have to push the gray areas of the rules. I don't care what kind of racing you're in. Pushing the gray areas doesn't mean you're cheating. But like I said, if everybody can do it, and like the body, I mean, that's visible. I mean, those guys that's been around racing all their life, they can look at your car and see what you're doing from a body standpoint. And so you can do the same damn thing. So why cry about it?
Yeah. See, that's what sucks about it, because, I mean, it's a piece of sheet metal pretty much. It's really, honestly, cheap to do, and it's out in the open, like you said. Everybody can see it, so if they want to do it, they can. But what sucks about it now is somebody, whether it's me or something, somebody will figure out how to get that advantage back.
Right.
And something costs a lot of money.
That's right.
Yeah. I was hoping you were going to put that thing in Victory Lane on my birthday so you could give me a shout out on there. But
that's right.
You stunk it up that night, so
I've stunk it up a lot here in the last.
But you got to pass on that one.
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to, like you said, I'm looking forward to when you move on to the bigger money races, to the tracks that you like, to the tracks that you favor, and then I want to see you smear it back in their face, because that's what you're going to do when you get it. When that car crosses the checkered flag first, then that's smearing them back in their face. That's telling you make the rule, and I'm gonna figure it out, and I'm gonna outrun your ass either way you put it. And that's what I like about you. I like your. When I say, I don't want to say your focus. I like the attitude you bring with your focus. Like, fuck me, I'm gonna fuck you. So come on, let's go. Let's go do it. You know what I mean?
I like it.
And them guys, man, they know. Trust me, they may not have knew before, but they know now when that 76 pulls up to the fucking racetrack that they better have their shit together. if the wheel don't fall off or the drive shaft don't hit you in the ass,
That's right.
like they better be on their game. You know, who is your, and I ain't gonna say your hero. I'm gonna say, who did you idolize in dirt late model racing before you got to the big stage? Who would you say your favorite driver was?
When I was actually the one that probably Randall Chubb. I mean, he was the one. I think he was one of the first ones to. I mean, I seen all them guys when I was first starting, and I had my favorites, but Randall was one of the ones that like kind of took me under his wing and showed me everything and like treated me like somebody. You know what I mean?
Right.
He pretty much taught me everything I knew about a car growing up because, like I said, my dad. I mean, he drag raced. Hell, he didn't know nothing about none of this. I remember trying to get the first dirt car we had. I remember being on the porch out there trying to figure out how to mount the damn tires. So like we didn't know how to do nothing when we got them. And Randall pretty much taught us how to do everything that I knew how to do when I was growing up. Pretty much come from Randall. So and I remember seeing, like I said, the first time I seen him race was at Phoenix City, and he was like badass around there. He'd come from like the tail 2 or 3 times, he'd run out of gas, all kind of crazy shit, about to win the National 100. So that's what made me like him. And then I kind of got to work with him a little bit with Starrett. And then, he started his business, the Wolfpack deal. And I was like one of the first ones into that. So as far as somebody that kind of pretty much coached me and got me here, it would be him. And like I said, I still tell everybody when I was first watching the late models, though, McCready was my man, he was my favorite driver,
Hell yeah. Speaking of Randall and Harold and all them, like that's how we met them when they had Wolfpack together, and they were building cars for our buddy here, Scott Autry, who's been a friend of ours for our entire life, lived right down the road from us for all of our lives. We raced go-karts with him, and then he's always supported us in our drag racing and our dirt racing, and we've always supported him in everything that he done. I think it's cool, man, that a person like that is the person that you idolize and the person that sort of give you your tutelage to get the knowledge that you got now. I think it's cool that you're taking Dalton, and I'm not going to say under your wing, but you are taking him under your wing and sort of taking him into a field that he's never played in, and I think that he's going. I don't know if you've seen the show when he was on here, but I predicted on there that he's going to get 2 wins this year. He's got good shit. He's just got to figure it out and figure out, who he's racing against and what he's got to do to outrun them.
Yeah, like I said, I think when he gets back, like he's going to go back home this week.
Yeah, he's going to be here with us for Speed Weeks.
Yeah, so he'll see. I mean, it's just. Every time, I mean, even he don't understand it right now, he will. He'll see how much better when you race against those guys week in and week out, how much better you're going to get. It's almost impossible not to.
Right.
So, Brandon, when are you coming, like, close to the Carolinas? Turkey?
I don't know. I ain't see. Y'all got any big money races coming up around there?
Hey, we can put the fucking money up on this show. We just raised $5,000 extra. Made a $10,000 show.
Yeah, so
I have a $5,000 late model show.
So we
Got
have
a limited motor.
So we got a limited race here Saturday night, and I sponsor Willie Milliken, the Wild Child, the one car, and then a buddy of ours named Cheryl Sewell owns Christian Thomas's car, the 06.
They always getting into it, though, ain't they?
Yes. So we were talking on the show, and Christian asked the race promoter here. He said, "Listen, man, you think you could give us a fucking high cushion?" And he said, "If you give us a high cushion, I don't care if I qualify on the pole. I'll go to the rear and start from the rear." And when he did that, Willie said, "Well, fuck it. I'll go to the rear too and start from the rear." Well, when he did it, the fucking comments and messages went crazy. People was just like, "I'll give 100. I'll give 250. I'll give." Hell, we had Jason Prince give 1,500.
Yeah.
So it ended up. The racetrack added 1,200. We ended up taking up like 3,800, and then the racetrack added 1,200. So we got an additional 5,000 for them boys to go to the back and
on top of what they win.
On top of what they win, if they can come from the rear and win the race in a 50 lap race, then they'll get an additional 5,000 on top of what they win.
We probably get 10 if you come. Just saying.
Did that,
No
is
pressure.
that this weekend?
That is this Saturday night.
You got something to do.
That's in
Yeah.
Fayetteville?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I haven't been there since they redone it.
Yeah, it's a bull ring now.
Yeah.
Your brother has. He wore their ass out.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he done a good job down here. Like I said, he the one the night that his motor broke. I think his motor broke, but whatever broke on the car, he the one that race too.
Yeah.
He was hands down the fastest thing here. He's probably trying to change that little part to big, so you better be careful there. He must slide in there and fucking take that handle from you. You know them young boys, man, that drive and that fight, and then he's cheating because he gets to watch you. So he's already got a leg up on the ones his age now. You know.
Shit.
Well, where can people go and buy some merchandise from you, man?
real.
I know
I
you
need
got some new shirts they look really nice.
They're gonna be on the internet. I kind of handle most of that by myself, and we just had a lot. I just got so much stuff going on. I just got home, and but I'm gonna put it on the internet. I've actually got a t-shirt van we're working on. We're gonna try to have it at Bristol. So yeah.
Well, you better be ready to drink some damn beer at
9
Bristol.
days.
You
that
better be ready to drink some beer at Bristol.
All right, y'all come on.
Hey, and when
We
you
coming. We
put that
coming.
some bitch in the winner's circle, you better give Fouled Out a damn shout out. Yeah, cause I can guarantee you, I'm gonna put this out there. I'm willing to make a wager with anybody in the country for any amount they want to bet. They pick their driver, and I'll take you at Bristol, and we'll just let it rip. And
Yeah,
if you
that
win,
first night, I sucked there last year. I got to get some damn better.
We were-
nights.
we talking about for the feature. We were there last year, and we weren't gonna go back this year. But now that you're going, we're definitely going back because we're gonna go there and support you and check you out. And like I said, if anybody takes that bet, don't worry, you will get your percentage. I will come down there and hand it to you in $100 bills. I promise you, because I like you anywhere you pull up to. Like I said. You go everywhere, and what I like about you is you don't let them dictate where you go. You choose where you go, and you know I understand a lot of those guys they've got the corporate sponsors and stuff, and you know they're running that series for that reason, for their sponsor exposure and the fact of trying to win a championship. I think it's cool that you could have probably won the championship last year, and chose to go chase the money. And because that's what it's about. It's about the love of racing. And if you're going to do what you love, you got to make it interesting as far as financially. Because y'all boys race for a percentage now. Y'all ain't getting them free paychecks. Y'all race for a percentage. So you don't win, you don't get paid.
Yeah.
And
That's the
and
biggest thing with us is like we go. I like being home too. I ain't gonna lie. Like I like going and racing, go do my thing, and then come back home. Like I don't want to be staying in somebody's backyard or you know what I mean for 2 months at a time or whatever. I mean I've done it, I've did it, and it's cool to see, you know, and it's cool to do, and it gets you the experience. But once you got that, hell, I ain't interested in running all over the damn place.
You over it then, huh?
Damn
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
You sure you know
I
what
think
the
you
hell
got you got a fiance, right?
Yeah, for about we've been engaged for about 5 years.
So when you gonna get married?
Smart man.
I don't know. Whenever we get all this stuff done around here.
When that t-shirt van kicks off, right?
Yeah, that's right.
That you handle yourself.
Smart man.
Well, y'all got any more questions for him, man?
I'm good, man. I really appreciate you coming on the show, man.
This has been great. Awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, no doubt.
No problem.
We planned this from the very beginning,
We
and
did.
I'll be honest with you, these two on the set didn't think I was gonna pull this off, and I told him, I said, nah. When I sent him the message, I said, you 90% of the time, if I send you a message, you reply to me. If you're not racing, you'll reply to me or you'll hit me back the next day. But I know your fucking phone probably gets bombarded with messages.
Oh, no
But
doubt.
when I told him you hit me back and that I talked to you, I said, he's coming on. I said, but we're gonna have to change the date of the show. We're gonna have to do the date when he's not racing. And they were like, well, let's do it. Because we had planned from the very beginning to figure out a way to get you on. If we had to fucking pay you to come on here, we was like, we're gonna get him on this fucking show. I told him, I said, I promise you, because my prediction is 951 turns into over 1 million this year. I think that you're going to go dominate the same racetracks that you dominated last year. And then I think you're going to pick up a few of those where you had some bad luck. And there'll be some new rules next year.
I just hope his drivers around here can do the same. Just win a little something.
Yeah, I sponsor half the fucking racetrack around
we
here.
got
If I don't win a race during fucking speed weeks, it's not because I don't have the cars fielded to do so.
We got a concrete slab. We just need to win a few of these.
Yeah.
But if we do, you will fucking know it. I promise you.
Oh, yeah.
We're
There's
gonna get down.
There's definitely going to be a fucking
Hell,
party
yeah.
in Victory Lane, for sure.
I see you got the precision suspension. You got Sammy to get you get beat.
Oh,
Sammy
yeah.
anyway?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Sammy's our premier
Sammy's
sponsor.
yeah. Sammy is a guy that
That's what
and he
she
does
do
my
later.
shocks and stuff.
Yeah, and actually he does AJ
Y'all had
shocks.
Sammy on the show yet?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he was
he
on.
was on.
He was on with Dalton. Actually,
Got you.
yeah, he was on when Dalton was on.
He praised you.
Yeah, he did. He told us.
He did.
Oh yeah.
He did, though.
Oh yeah. He told us that he had worked with you in the past, and that
Yeah.
he told us that he said, man, that you're a smart kid, and that you know that a bunch of people in the garage has a lot of respect for you, and he has a lot of respect for you. Like I said, you earned my respect the very first time I met you. Like I said, me and you stood to the side and talked a minute when I told you about Stevie being right behind you. He was like, yeah, man, I see his shop over there. I see him over there with the cars and stuff, but I've never went over there. Like I said, great dude, man. You go over there, holler at him, Jack, Phil, Robert, any of them guys over there, just great guys. Just like you, down to earth. He tells them all the time when he goes to the winter circle there, he tells them fast, look, you just getting mad because a fucking dirt poor country motherfucker from Evans, Georgia just fucked you up. You know, and that's why I love him, because he talks shit. Me and him's been all over the country racing drag cars. And one thing about him, man, he's gonna talk shit, but he's gonna back it up.
He's a bad motherfucker.
And like I said, that says
He's
oh,
a
yeah.
bad motherfucker.
there's something to be said about Evans, Georgia. Like I said, you got two of the baddest fucking racers on the planet. But before we go, I got one more fucking question, and this is gonna be a good one for you. How does it feel when you're out there on the same racetrack as Young Money, and you know he's that NASCAR boy that straight up dominated NASCAR last year. He dominated NASCAR about like you dominated dirt racing last year. But how does it feel just to fuck him up out there? Just be honest. Just how does it feel just to fucking fuck him up? Because you know,
I mean, it's
because
cool.
he's got one of the smartest fucking people in the game with him now. Kevin's no
He
joke.
does.
You know,
Yeah,
Kevin
he
is no
does.
joke.
I don't know. Like I said, every time. I mean, obviously he can drive the shit out of a race car. I mean, we all
Damn
know
right,
he can.
anything.
Yeah, anything.
It is funny. I mean, like the way I've become pretty good friends with him. You know.
Yeah.
He helped me up on some stuff and introduced me to some people. So I got all kind of respect for him. But he still talks a little shit to me every now and then, like about it when we're racing or whatever. Like at Brunswick, he said, good thing you were cheating the other night. You know, I got fast time or whatever. So, but that's it, man. He's honestly just like one of us. Like I've got to where now I don't even think about it. Like I go up there and watch him qualify or whatever. I watch him just like I'm watching all my other buddies out there. It's just one of the dudes, you know.
Well, you may have to talk to him and get him on this show too. We'll keep it. We'll keep
get him
it.
on.
Hey, we'll keep it PG when he's on here though, because you know he's got to be politically correct.
That's right.
Which Mr.
Didn't
H
get
probably.
that.
Oh yeah.
Hey, question, Brandon. How'd you get Big Sexy name?
I used to drive for some damn stoners when I was
That's
little.
okay.
Yeah,
Hey, we used to be stoners.
That's right.
Well, whatever you want to
They,
call it. Probably what stoners. It's kind of.
Yeah.
He
Not
used to-
Stone.
We ain't
I'd
gonna
be
talk
in the
about all
shop
that.
working, and I was short and fat when I was little, and he started calling me Big Sexy, and then everybody that come in the shop, that's what they said. Hey, where Big Sexy at? I'd pop out over there, just kind of hung out for us for a
Awesome.
little bit.
You see my koozie? So this came. Can you see? Wrong way.
Stay on there.
There you go.
Lion
Something
bastard.
Lying bastard.
Yeah.
So my wife named me this because we used to race go-karts hot and fucking heavy. I mean, we went after it pretty hard. We quit 4 or 5 years. Bell pots up. Let's get a legend car. Like, hell yeah, I'm game. You paying me in. So from then on, I've been Lion bastard. So when people come around the pits, they're like, where's where'd you get the name? Like, ask the blonde head over there.
Talking your mic.
Oh, sorry.
I have to. That's my baby brother, by the way, Brandon. I have to sort of guide him through life.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm fucking up. That's the case. But whatever.
Hey, sort of like Cody. You know what I mean? You sort of.
Yep.
You got to sort of hook the damn little service dog leash to him.
So,
And be like, come on.
Obviously, you didn't hear what I had to say, according to Numbnuts over here. But Line Bastard, right? So my wife kind of named me that because we quit racing. She's like, y'all done? I'm like, yeah, we're good. So we bought a legend car. She's like, you're fucking Line Bastard. Why y'all going back racing? So it kind of stuck. So AJ got paid $100 to put that on the top of the legend car. So it's kind of stuck since then. I think we're going to sell a lot of T-shirts this year. Right. I can win a couple races. I won one last year, but yeah, these people around here like to cheat.
They like to cheat.
Oh,
Yeah, a little bit. They be crybaby bitches.
And I'll be honest with you, our shit would be cheated all up if it was left up to me. He don't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, do it till you get caught. And I mean,
They hate us. They hate us.
But like I said, man, we appreciate you coming on the show. It's an honor to have you here, man. Like I said, man, the shit that you done last year in dirt lake model racing and the way the season starting this year. I mean, listen, when you go to a racetrack and there's 3 or 4 nights of racing there and you grab 1 or 2 of them, that ain't a bad deal. Not running against the people that you run against. Like I said, we're going to bring you on again before the end of the year. When you start knocking them things down 4 or 5 in a row, we're going to bring you back on and really make some folks mad on here because we're going to really talk some shit to the ones that's finishing behind you. And we can do that because then they can't hold it against you. You can blame it on us.
That's right.
But like I said, man, we appreciate you. And hell, the next time we're going to probably get you to bring Little Sexy on here with you too. And
all right, man.
And give him some airtime. And like I said, man, you keep it straight and keep busting their ass and we got to make $1 million. You're 49,000 short. You let me down.
Got to win one.
You let me down. You're 49,000 short.
That's right. All right, boys. Well, I
Thank you, man.
Hey, man. Thank you, bro.
All right,
Yes,
man.
sir.
Appreciate you.
All right.
All right.
Yep. See y'all.
All right. All right, guys. We're going to end it with that right there, man. A special thanks, man, to Brandon Overton, man. That's huge for the show. That's huge for dirt lake model racing around here. Like I said, this guy, man, done something that's completely unbelievable in racing. When you race against guys like he races against every single night and you go out and do the things he did, I mean, you just got to fucking respect that.
Well, it gave us the time. I mean, damn, this is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
This don't tell you what kind of dude this guy is. I mean, this is some real shit.
Yeah.
And again,
He don't know us from Adam.
I look forward to Chad winning some races this year, AJ winning some races this year, Daniel Parker winning some races this year, Wyatt, Bladen, and then the Wild Child. We're going to have to get back into that dominance and keep that one up fucking front so we can talk shit to everybody. Again, man, peace out, and thank y'all for watching. The next episode of Fouled Out will be posted on Facebook.